New research shows people who exercise may lower their risk of dying early.
And if you're having trouble staying motivated, which is totally understandable, it might be helpful to plan a workout that matches your personality.
Our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kolhi, is here with her thoughts. So tell us about this new study, like personality types and exercise. Makes sense.
I mean, it kind of makes so much sense, but it also blows my mind at the same time because it's something we hadn't really considered. And I'm one of those people who exercises by schedules. I exercise because I have to exercise. I exercise because I'm a cardiologist and I'm supposed to exercise. But what I'm realizing based off of the study is that you actually have to try to pick exercises that motivate you. So what they did is they did sort of a survey of your personality traits. And then they found the people that were most extroverted, no surprise, liked group exercise and liked high intensity interval training better. And the people who are more introverted liked lower intensity exercises, and they like to exercise at home where they're not being judged. And then people like me who are more conscientious, they had sort of a more well-balanced exercise routine that included all the elements, and they were most likely to stick with it.
That is so
makes sense.
interesting, and it totally aligns with just myself. What are the implications of these findings for doctors?
So I think I need to start writing a personalized exercise prescription. So I used to say, okay, guys, everybody go get 150 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 days a week, swimming, jogging, biking, dancing, whatever. Now I'm going to say, okay, what's your personality type? And then I'm going to prescribe the exercise sort of based according to your personality. And there's two sort of things with that. One is you're more likely to stick with it. Second, you actually get more benefit depending on your personality type from specific types of exercise. So if you're somebody who is more conscientious, you're actually more likely to stick with it, higher adherence. If you're somebody who's more neurotic, then you're actually going to get more stress relief from exercise, which is great because you need it more than others.
What if you just don't like to exercise at all? Where does that fit in the personality type? 'Cause to your point, you do it because you know you have to. I do it because I know I have to, and I know how I want to look. I don't like to exercise. Don't let me lie to you.
Neither do I.
Okay, so that means, ladies, you haven't found the right exercise. So it's sort of like, just like you're attracted to a specific type of man, you're attracted to a specific type of exercise. So that's what I really like about the study, is that there's a psychology of exercise that doctors haven't really explored, and this starts to dig deep into that. So I want you to sit down and make a list of the things of your personality traits as well as your goals, and then try to figure out, and maybe we'll come back and talk about it on the show, what your exercise prescription would look like.
Now, I like a long, leisurely walk.
Yes.
Okay.
I like to look at the leaves, the birds. It gives me a peace of mind. Is that enough for me for about a half an hour?
Yes, and so that is called the explorer mindset, and that's actually a personality type that sort of is more creative, is a little bit more spending more time in nature. I would say a couple of things. Make sure you're getting your heart rate up. So most of that walk can be leisurely, but there have to be periods where they're walking uphill, like a hike or something like that in the woods, or doing something else that maybe gets your heart rate up. So those are those little bit of intervals. You also want to have a warm up and a cool down period as well as part of your walk. But whatever type of exercise you do, you have to do something. And I say for people who don't do anything, start with 10 minutes. 10 minutes is not hard to do.
Right.
My personal kind of recipe for exercise is the 20-10-5 rule. So 20 minutes of something that gets your heart rate up, whether that's hiking, swimming for you, Sam. Alex, we have to find something for you.
Yes, well, I do the HIIT workouts, but the first thing you said, like, that's for extroverts who like, that's not me, but I do it.
So you do it because you're supposed to.
That's right. That's the only reason why.
High intensity.
Yes, but my favorite thing, to what Sam said, I love just a long stroll in the morning. Like, I wake up, I'll take one of the bit girls, in the stroller, and we'll walk for an hour, and it feels great. Although my husband tells me that's not real exercise.
So that does count. No, and I would say maybe Ryan and I can chat, because that does definitely counts as exercise. Obviously, you need a kind of the 20-10-5. You need the 20 minutes of cardio, the 10 minutes of muscle conditioning, and the 5 minutes of meditation yoga. So ideally, you want to incorporate all 3 types of exercise. But if you're not going to exercise at all, taking a walk is a great way to do it.
From your medical perspective, any pitfalls with this study when matching your personality to a workout?
So here's the problem, ladies. We get stuck, right? If I only like to take walks and that's my comfort zone, then we get stuck. So let's say my goal as a postmenopausal woman is to build bone density. The walks aren't going to do that. So sometimes there's a misalignment between what our personality likes and what our goals are, what we ought to be doing. Also, if you keep doing the same thing every time, you're at higher risk for injuries as well. So you want to make sure to mix it up, and you want to make sure to not end up in a mindset where you're inflexible and you're just persevering on just doing what you've always done. Because as you grow up, as your body changes, every single day your body's different than it was the day before. You actually have to adapt what you're doing, what you're eating, how you're exercising, how you're sleeping. So everything in life needs to be dynamic. So keeping those things in mind, I think if we put pen to paper, come up with our personality types, we like nature walks, we like yoga sessions, we like dance classes, we like biking in the park, whatever it is you like. And doing that, I think it'll be the best of both worlds.
I like that. And switching it up, so you got some diversity in it.
But
This is
still
good.
keeping with your personality.
Okay.
Yeah, what you like. Don't force yourself to do something you don't like, because it's not as good for you, and B, you're not going to stick with it.
That part. The long walks for me.
Bird watching,
But brisk.
leaf peeping.
Yes. Leaf peeping.
Dr. Kolhi, thank you.